will be a big day in the life of the New Patriotic Party. I want to throw back a bit. Please show me the first time that we had about 17 or 18 people. 17 people, yeah? 17 people. Please put it up there. The results at a glance. The results at a glance. And this result had 17 individuals, 17 people who had wanted to wave the flag on behalf of the NPP. Dr. Arthur Kennedy had 1 vote. Ajay Bewa had 6 votes. Owuswe Japan had 9 votes. Kwabena Japan had 9 votes. He's in the race again. Boache Jako had 10 votes. He's in the race one more time. Kwabena Frimpong Boateng had 12 votes. He's not in the race, but you know that he had written a report to the chief of staff about Galamsey. The report had been kept under wraps until the police and CID got in. Somebody leaked it to the press, and we are still waiting for the final investigation and how people will be held. Konedu Apreku, Kofi Konedu Apreku, he had 19 votes. Jake Otanka Obechebi Lamte of blessed memory had 20 votes. Professor Aaron Mike Okwe had 20 votes, and you know Professor Okwe is now the chairman of the committee supervising this election. Dr. Kwame Adokufo also had 22 votes or so. Oswajiman, Hakma Oswajiman had 28 votes. And these days I hear is a board chairman of, is it Cocoa Board or one of the institutions here? And Papa Uswan Kuma, who is a representative in the United Kingdom, 34 votes. Dan Boche, former General Secretary, former Information Minister, had 52 votes. Yao Safoma, for Senior Presidential Advisor, Senior Minister, 63 votes. Alhaji Aliu Mahama, 146 votes, former Vice President. Alan Kojo Tremantin had 738 votes. He's in the race one more time. And then Nana Adodankwe Kufuado, 1,096 votes. So this is the results at a glance. So from this chart, you see that it is Alan Tremantin who was in the race at the time. Boache Jako also in the race at the time. Kwabena Japan, who was also in the race at the time. All the others are new faces, if you ask me. Kofi Konedu Apreku, sorry. Kofi Konedu Apreku too. So 4 of them, right? 4 of them are in the race again. But it's interesting to know that some of the names that have come up, and show me the new list. Some of the names that have come up, and the new list is this. Kennedy Japan is number 1. Alan Kojo Tremantin is number 2. Joe Gatti is number 3 on the ballot. Kwejo Nsafwa Poku, energy analyst, is number 4. Dr. Friye Akuto is number 5. Kwabena Japan is number 6. Francis Adenimo is number 7. Kofi Konedu Apreku is number 8. Boache Jako is number 9. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is number 10. Now, you see the gentlemen who I showed you in the previous list. They find their presence here. Tomorrow we'll bring you an extensive coverage on all media general platforms. So you want to tune in and listen. The delegates, I'm sure by this time, would have made up their minds already. And somebody asked me yesterday that, Alan Cash, does he still have cash? Because when the campaigns and the tours began, the conversation had become around, oh, you gave us too much and you gave us too little. So somebody asked me, does Alan Tremantin, does he have cash now? I don't know. I'm only asking what the masses are asking. Then somebody says, oh, Kojo Poku, is he not too young? He should wait for his time, because if you look at the ages of these individuals, please put the photo up there. Put the photo up there for me, please. If you see the ages of these individuals, it's totally different, and they are the superstars. I'm not. And somebody says, oh, Kennedy Japan will bring discipline. And then somebody says, oh, is Kennedy Japan himself disciplined? Because if somebody has to be giving out discipline or be instilling discipline to people, he himself has to be disciplined, not so. Then somebody says, oh, what about Mr. Jogati? He has tried so many times. Is he still qualified? I mean, that these are conversations that I had with delegates. They keep asking the questions. Somebody's asking, is Dr. Baumia trustworthy? And we don't feel the vibe of Ada anymore and Kofi Konedu Apreku. Well, Kwabena Japan looks like the stern one, looks like the disciplined one, he looks like the one who can do it. But will he be allowed to do it? Dr. Friyakuto is talking about the new vision. Interestingly, all the 10 of them have become new visionaries. All the 10 of them. Now, all these 10 fine gentlemen were part of the people who preached change to us in our various constituencies on the various platforms. I won't take a single one of them out. All the 10 you see on your screen now, they were part of the people who preached change on the campaign platforms. They preached it in 2008, they preached it in 2012, they preached it in 2016, and then they preached it in 2020. In fact, in 2020, they said they were going to continue the good work. So now, when all of them come up and they say they are preaching change, you ask yourself whether the change that they preached in the past came or that the change did not come at all. And is it not interesting that they are preaching change? Because I raised something. The list of 17. Show me the list of 17. The list of 17 people who had come to want to replace John Agyekum Kufuor at the time, the gentle Jag. All these 17 people said they were going to continue the work of John Agyekum Kufuor. They didn't say they had a separate vision from John Agyekum Kufuor. They said they were going to continue what John Agyekum Kufuor had done. Listen carefully. They said they were going to continue with the legacy of John Agyekum Kufuor. But the 10, show me the picture of the 10. The 10 are not saying that they are going to continue the vision. The 10 are saying, we have a new vision. So, can we say, from a layman's point of view, that the 17, which included President Akufo-Addo, which included Kwabena Japan, which included Joe Garte, which included Kofi Konadu-Apreku, which included Boakye Jaku, can we say that those people at the time felt comfortable associating with the successes and the legacy of John Agyekum Kufuor and do not feel same trying to associate with the legacy, if any, of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo? Because Nana Addo's own vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is saying that he has a new vision. And the question a senior citizen asked me was that, but if you have a new vision, you were brought in from the Bank of Ghana to come and assist the man to come and work, and you have a new vision, why are you not giving him that new vision at this time or in this time of difficulty so that he can use the new vision to transform things? And until recently, Alan Tremantin was a cabinet minister. Until recently, Dr. Joseph Friyakuto was a cabinet minister. Until recently. Not so long ago, Kwabena Japan was general secretary of the party until he was kicked out with Paula Foko and Sami Krab for speaking the truth. So the question is that these gentlemen have new vision, but they were all part of the people who preach change to us. What happened to the change? Did the change ever come? And of the 10 of them, who would the delegates choose? Because now they had to trim the number down to 5. The list I showed you earlier, they had to choose 1. But this one, they had to trim the number down to 5. And then by November 4, we'll see who emerges victorious.